Hello and welcome to Fucking Reality Queens. I'm Amelia.
And I'm Sarah.
And it's bullshit day.
Or maybe it's a day of recaps.
So grab whatever your vice is and let's get the show started.
It is recap day. Recap day. Recap day.
Recap day. Like Ricolo.
Yep.
Recap day. Whatever.
It's a recap day. I want one of those big horns, and then I'll say it like with the big horn. Let me make sure my ringer's off. Speaking of horns.
when you go to do our cover art, why not give yourself a big horn?
Yep. I think that's what I'll do. I like it.
So here it is, another day.
Here it is, another day. Another week of MAFS drawn out to another episode that we didn't necessarily need. Why? Why did we have to leave this on a fucking cliffhanger? Why? I mean, I'm ready for like the after the show stuff, you know, when they continue to follow the couples and the aftermath or whatever they're calling it. Like, I'm looking forward to that. Let's get on to that. But let's get on to that. We did not need 2 days of fucking decision day. I'm over it. Like, let's get to the decisions and move the fuck on.
Well, especially because we only have one left.
Right. I mean, literally, why did we have
to draw it up? Yeah.
Not even why? I don't know. But I will tell you this. I did see some things a little more clearly in this last episode with Shaq that I had not completely put the pieces of the puzzle in my mind together yet, that they all kind of went into focus in his last
so tell me
statement.
what it is.
Okay. So
just because, I mean, I know we're supposed to be covering everything and they're at the end of it, but I'm curious before we go any further.
No problem. Okay. So Shaq is one of these people who says they want a strong, independent woman until they get one. And then they don't know what the fuck to do with it. He said it 3 or 4 times how he was really struggling to figure out where his place was as the man. I think he really is looking for the more like subservient, traditional, Southern almost woman. And that's not what she is. But he wants her to be smart enough to challenge him intellectually. He wants her to be smart enough to come along with him to all of his events and things and be able to keep up appearances.
So what he wants is a light switch that you can flip on and off. Flip it on when I want you to be intellectual and stuff, but then otherwise let's just flip it off and you be the dole.
Exactly. I think that he would be happy if she were, dare I say, barefoot and pregnant at home with the kids. And that's all the life she has outside of whatever it is he's got going on at work. I think he wants her to be like completely immersed in his work because she doesn't have anything else going on. Like that's how I saw it by the end.
I can see that. So we'll talk more on that when we get to the end. So I just was really quickly wanting to, get a
little insight.
Food, a little food for thought as to what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Because as we go along, things might pop into my head that could be a good add to that. So
definitely.
There we go.
All right. Well, episode opens. Jazz and Eris are packing up and he's not real excited about leaving and she's not real excited about him leaving. And, at this point, I was still kind of thinking I was on the fence with it. Yeah. I was really on the fence. Like, I felt like it could go either way. And so when it came down to them, sitting down and speaking with the experts, my opinion, and you tell me what you think, but my opinion is I think would have said yes if she had. I think he was waiting to see what her response was going to be.
Yeah.
And then made a decision at the last minute.
I agree, because that's what I thought was going on. I was like, ooh, he's kind of holding back. He's not, he did not look like he was ready to make a definitive, answer. and was like just leaving it for her. And I was glad, honestly, to see her, like, I don't want to say get her backbone, but get her voice.
Yeah.
So, she does deserve a little bit more than that. Not that he was horrid.
Right.
But for a marriage, you need and should expect more out of a partner.
Exactly.
Than what he was giving.
I think that and she even said, and this is what was making me think that maybe, they might say yes on decision day and at least give it some more time, was the fact she kept saying, if we had more time. And I was thinking, well, you do. Like, nobody says that you have to end it right now.
I mean, like it's an end all be all right now or nothing at all.
Yep. Yeah. So I do kind of wish that they had given it a little more time. I think just to see, like, out of curiosity, once you take the cameras away, once you take the pressure off, where things, ended up and lined up. I don't know that it would have necessarily made all of the difference. Like, I don't know that they would have found a lifelong connection with one another, but I think they could have learned a little bit more about what to do moving forward had they tried it without the cameras. She was saying that she didn't think he was ready. I disagree. I do think he is. I think he just didn't know.
Too.
Yeah, I do.
I don't think he knew how to handle theirs,
Yes. Yep.
And I think with a little bit more time, he would have been able to take it that step further that she needed.
Yeah, I do too. So I'm a little bit disappointed that they didn't go ahead and give it that little extra. But sometimes we haven't seen the after show yet. Maybe, just maybe.
That's okay. Don't even get me going. Don't get me going on the freaking after show shit, because as is, we saw pictures of exactly what you had messaged me about there being supposedly said in the tabloid, and I was like, ew. Well, yeah, I'm still like, ew. Nope.
Ew. Yeah. Oh God, we just don't like her. Yeah. I don't even want to say her name because I don't like her.
Don't.
Say my name. Say my name.
Sorry. Seen enough of her fucking face. Philo fucking screwed any chance of me even being remotely okay with her.
There was something I saw earlier today. It was a commercial, I guess, an upcoming commercial, but it had a clip of her and just her voice in the 9 seconds or whatever it was. I was just like, oh,
grated on your nerve like it does
my
mine.
Ears out with an ice pick. Like, yes. Yeah. Oh, she's awful. She's awful. She's just awful. All right.
Yeah, she is.
Clinton Gina. I know that the experts are so fucking frustrated with them. I mean, listening to them, it's like literally on paper, everything you're naming are like the things that everybody wants in a marriage. He's supportive of me in my work and helped me work through all of those things. And I enjoy getting up in the morning and walking Hank and having coffee. Like, literally all the things that are like the little things that you want in a marriage. They named off.
They're gonna find themselves like extremely disappointed in life when they go and they hook up with somebody else, and maybe they take that leap again, and then they're sitting there thinking, oh well, damn, why can't you do like Gina did, or why can't you do like Clint did? That's gonna happen.
I think
and they're gonna realize that those little things way outweigh way far outweigh the just one big thing.
Yeah, the petty shit that they started out with. In my opinion.
Oh,
well, and and she kept saying again, like, at least this solidified for me that I do want to be married, and I know now what I want out of a marriage. Do you? The only thing
really?
Yeah. The only thing I came up with that I could say, okay, I see that this is what you want. She wants a man to pine after her. Because she said it several times.
Who doesn't?
Exactly. But the reality of it is they're not going. I mean, I don't want to say they're not going to, but they're not going to in the way that I think she is looking for. I think she's literally wanting that, like, I don't know.
I
can't put words to it, but
from firsthand experience in a relationship, I would have loved to have a lot of the little qualities that they had within that relationship. I mean, it like probably would have made things so much better for me in another relationship.
Yeah.
If,
I agree.
you know, it would have, like I said, far outweighed. You know, so it's like, I don't know. It's one of those you're looking to give horse in the mouth kind of thing.
Yeah. Yep. I think they really are going to look back. Yeah. I think they really are going to look back and regret, you know, make some regrets.
That.
That's okay.
I had a yawn attack for a second. I wasn't pausing because I didn't have anything to say. It just, holy hell, it's been one hell of a freaking day. It's the last week of school here for us. And so we've got nonstop events going on. So I'm beat.
You're a little worn down. A little bit worn down. One more week. And then you get to take a freaking break, which will much deserved. Much deserved.
I get to turn off my alarm. So.
Yep. Oh God, won't that be nice? Oh, it'll be so nice.
Glorious. It'll be so glorious.
It really will. So they live in the same building. I wonder if over time, like, I think it's still been too soon. I wonder if like a year from now, if they're not going to be passing each other in the elevator and all of a sudden, you know, now that they've had sleepless nights of being able to reflect.
I don't know. Okay, so how much of the previews have you seen for next?
Just whatever they show. Not a whole lot.
Okay, well, I've seen enough now. I think there's going to be some big issues between the two of them that I think is going to ruin any chance of this, because apparently he fucking took Hank and won't give Hank back.
What? No way.
Yes way. And like, so she's having to like get an attorney. Yeah, there's a whole thing with it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I can't wait to see all that. No, I haven't seen any of that. I think it was hilarious that he did offer her $10,000 for him.
Yeah.
I mean, what was, I think, even more funny to me was when the experts were like, did you counter? What about 20? Would you have done it for 20?
Yeah. That shit was hilarious.
Oh, that's good shit. So yeah, I'm not surprised.
No. He took Hank, won't give Hank back. So,
oh my gosh, I can't wait to see how this actually plays out. They're really good at editing, so we'll see.
Yeah,
Ooh, good stuff. Juicy stuff. I love it. I love it.
It is.
I wanted to just smack them both, though, like just smack their heads together at the end when I feel like they still had to get like one more dig in at each other. You know, like they had to just get one more little.
But we saw that like in everybody, because that ended up is like, with the exception of Chris and Nicole, who we of course knew was going to be exactly how it was.
Yep.
Which, we'll go on to them next. But yeah, I mean, Eris and fucking.
And Jasmine,
Jasmine both had to get some few little digs in
last
there.
Little, just like, I was like, damn,
you turned your nose up at me, so I'm gonna fucking be an ass.
Everybody came in with their sparring gloves on, like, funny. It's just kind of funny. All right, so Chris and Nicole, we knew, no big surprise that they're together. Shocking, no. Although. I did worry. I mean, there's always that little piece of me that's like, it's like, what if he gets cold feet? And it's like, I don't know if I can deal with her and her insecurities for the rest of my life. Rest of my life, Well,
I'm not surprised. The only thing I will say, though, like that I can't even say about that whole fucking thing that was just like, snooze fest, because it's like, let's stroke each other for a moment, because that's what they both do.
Yep.
It's like you are nonstop therapy. It's like sitting in somebody's therapy fucking session. I'm like,
true.
I'm so tired of hearing you all work it out on camera.
Right. Yeah.
And talk it out. Like,
we're here
why
for drama.
Can't we just say Yeah, drama and fun. And you're just sitting there making me feel like I'm sitting in watching your therapy session.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, I loved her dress.
Oh my gosh. Seriously, she looked
It was my
fucking
favorite
fantastic.
dress out of all of them. I loved the tied bows on the arms
she
and
looked
the way it hung.
fabulous.
Yeah, she did.
She wore that dress. That dress did not wear hair. Like, she looked freaking stunning. The color, like all of it, just all of it. I'm with you.
Well, you know that's like my favorite color. So
yeah,
I was like right up my alley.
Dress. Yeah,
I freaking loved it. But yeah,
it's a good color on her.
So it kind of made watching them sit and do therapy on the fucking decision table, couch.
Yeah.
Go a little bit easier because I was busy looking at the dress and
me too,
the fashion. Zoning out her shit.
Yeah.
But anyway.
They looked very nice, both of them together, him in his blue suit and her in her gorgeous pink dress. And I loved it. I know you've only watched like one full season front to back, or you haven't watched like all 16 seasons like I have. But I swear to you, Cal pushes these people to leave and go fuck every time they say yes.
I caught that. I was like, okay. Brown chicken.
He does. He hands him the champagne and says, go do what married people do. Go. Yeah. Go forth and have sex. Like, that's what I feel like he's saying every time. Like, you dirty old man.
I agree.
You dirty.
I agree.
You dirty. Funny. I like it though. I'm there for it. All right. So going back to Shaq and Kristen. Oh, Kristen.
I don't like his outfit. Sorry.
Me either.
I did not like that.
Well, patchwork. To me, it's very 90s patchwork fashion, color block fashion that I have never liked. I've never liked 90s fashion.
I didn't like it back then, and I don't like it now. So,
speaking of which, I'm going to digress for just a second and throw in some personal something. So we took my stepson to a local pool hall bar place that people about his age hang out.
Yeah.
I have not seen this many ugly pair of light colored jeans in 25 years.
Girl, they're bringing that shit back, and it just
they shouldn't.
But not in a good way.
No, it looks terrible. I mean, I did not see one young lady in there that I looked at and went, you look so cute, like you're young and you're dressed cute. And I'm jealous, because I'm not young anymore and I had my day, and I'm looking at her going, I remember when I dressed like that. I remember when I looked good like that. No, I'm looking at these 20-somethings going, y'all look terrible.
Yeah,
terrible.
You're not even wearing the fashion good. Or right. Nope. It's like,
it was, girl, it was awful. It was awful. My stepson's looking at me and goes, why are they all wearing light colored jeans? And I said, I don't know. And he goes, they don't look good. I said, I know. He's like, how can I look at girls? They don't look good. I started laughing.
Yeah, that shit, when they bring back the stone wash the wrong way, it's like, hello.
Well, and another thing I noticed was like a lot of the girls are wearing, like band shirts, but there was only one that was from this time frame. Every one of the other ones looked like they came out of our closets. Nirvana. Biggie Smalls.
You see a lot of that. I've seen
Guns N'
some.
Roses.
I've seen some. A few Slayers.
Yep.
I've seen. I actually saw somebody wearing a Megadeth one day, and I was like,
I saw somebody wearing a Metal Church.
Know? I'm like, do you even know who the fuck that is?
Right. Exactly.
Do you know?
Between the mullets, the light and or acid wash jeans, and the high waists that weren't even like the good high waists. It makes everybody's butt look flat. It's like the worst mom jean ever.
Yeah.
It was sad. It's a sad day in fashion, ladies. Like, don't do it. Just because they put it out doesn't mean you have to buy it and wear it. It looks terrible. Terrible.
The only thing that's coming back right now that I'm like really hyped up about is all the neon.
Oh yeah. I'm good with neon. I'm good with overalls. Those two, I feel like you can never go wrong with. Kind of like a good navy pencil skirt.
I called them bib all overs. I couldn't even get that right, but I loved my overalls. I've almost twice now like bought a pair of the shorts overalls and then I put them back. I'm like, no.
Yep. Remember, I had bought a set for your 80s party. And then I ended up taking them back because I thought I'm never going to wear them again. But I would, if I bought a pair of the pants, like, the full overalls, I would wear them. But it has to be like the very classic style bib overalls. Nothing that's like, fancy fashion. I want
They actually had them at Walmart.
I would buy them. I might even wear a bodysuit under them like I used to.
The bodysuits are out everywhere.
I know.
Shitting bricks on it. I was like, okay.
We used to live in those things, you and me.
Yeah, we did. I'm like, let's see the next generation of trying to snap the crotch back together when you go into piss. And then you're so fucked up, you're like, fuck it, I'm not going to unsnap it. And you just pull it aside. And then, and then it pops and you fucking slingshot. And you're like,
And then it gets caught in the water. It'll inevitably get in the water when you're trying to, it was a whole thing. I will say though, ours had like a full butt to them, and a lot of them now are just like thong. Which would be a hell of a lot easier to pull over.
Let's pause it on the fashion. Let's pause it on the fashion because I think that's what we need to talk about on
Friday.
Friday.
Yeah,
is
Thursday.
Discuss or Thursday, whatever. Day.
Whatever. Yeah,
I think we need to discuss the clash of the fashions.
All right, let's do it.
So yeah.
All right.
Okay. Let's get back to math.
Moving on. Moving back. Digressing back. Okay. So, Kirsten. Sorry, Kirsten. I've done so good this whole season, and then I fuck it up right at the end. Kirsten.
Oh my God.
I feel kind of bad for her because I don't think he's going to say yes.
I don't either. I don't
think
either.
He's going to say yes.
But you know what? We may end up being shocked and her doing the same damn thing. They may both come in there saying no.
No, she already said yes.
Did she? Okay.
He's literally the only one. Yeah, he's literally the only one. Not even the couple. Like he is the only one that has not given an answer.
See, I missed her giving her answer.
Yeah,
I mean, like I was watching, but it may have been one of those times that one of the kids walked in the room and like running their mouth, and I'm fucking screaming at them, going, "I'm trying to finish my show." Not really screaming at them, but you know.
But
like,
she did. She said that she would like to continue on and stay married. And then they cut to him, and he starts into his whole speech. And then like kind of making it almost sound like maybe he might say yes. And then you get a big but, and that's where they cut us off. So, So she's already committed.
I remember the but for some reason I was thinking he was starting to answer first and then she was going to answer. So legit, it had to have been either my mother calling in because she has a knack for that.
She's real good at it.
Or one of the kids walking in and trying to talk to me while which kept happening to me while I was watching the Match Me Abroad. I kept going, stop.
This is a new one.
One more time.
This is a new one. I have to listen.
Damn it.
That's right. Back the fuck off. So yeah. Well, and if you missed it, because it was quick, I mean, we're talking 30 seconds or whatever of her saying her thing. And then you see him not answer. Why would you assume that she had? I would have thought we're just going to see it next time. So yeah, fair enough. Yeah. So she does. She does say that she wants to stay, and we are left on a cliffhanger with what's his nuts. So we'll see.
What's his nuts?
I'm more anxious now to see what the aftermath is. I want all the other little tidbits that they've been giving us. Bring it on.
Hold on, I'm having a squirrel moment. Look at me in the camera. Does my hair look red?
Yeah.
It's blonde though.
It's very blonde. But yeah, it looks red in the camera.
Okay. Anyway,
we've had this talk about these cameras or this, how it looks on this thing we're recording on.
Okay. It's fucking me up right now. I'm looking like a redhead and I'm not a redhead. Anyway, go on.
Nope. So anyway, I think that's it. I think that's it for the Nashville. And
let's catapult across the pond today.
Let's do it. And here we are. Okay.
We're there.
And we're there. All right.
Was a wow.
Seriously. Wow. Wow.
Were you I was pissed. I told you I was gonna be pissed if they ended up letting fucking goddamn
Whitney and
Whitney and Matt stay on, and I think they were wrong for doing that.
I do too.
I think they were so wrong. I don't care that they tried to do it with a twist of like, well, instead of coming in as a married couple, you're coming in as dating. I don't give a flying fuck. They're still, did they get a divorce in between now and then?
Right, exactly. Well, I did read something.
A dating married couple.
So apparently the Australians are not legally married like though they are here in America. Because there is a process that you have to go through to get married over there.
But this is But this is not in Australia.
I mean, UK, wherever they are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that there's a process that they have to go through, and they're not legally married yet. They're like in the process of the process.
Okay.
So they're not having to go through the divorce like they do here, which makes sense as to why they do leave and stay, and not I want to stay married or get a divorce. Okay. Makes sense. Okay. So that being said, though, that's not the premise of what we're doing here. The premise is that you are committing to each other as a married couple.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have liked it anyway, because I feel like the fact that they went about this the way they went about it, it was so wrong that they should not be rewarded for it.
Exactly.
Yeah. But
besides the fact that I just want to scream when I watch, I literally started fast forwarding through them.
They piss me off. And their attitudes. I mean, they have the shittiest attitudes. When they sat down with the experts and they asked, like, Whitney, do you feel like you've done anything wrong? And she's like, no. No, I don't. Nothing? You don't feel like you did anything wrong?
I think as somebody getting involved with her, I would be like questioning her moral compass. Right then, I would have been like, okay, I at least know that what I was doing was wrong. And you don't think what we were doing was wrong? Right. I wonder when we're together, you know, are you going to be off doing shit and being like, oh, I wasn't in the wrong?
In her voice, in her Valley Girl fucking drawn out.
I don't think I was doing anything wrong.
I want to smack the shit out of her. I want to throw a throat punch on her and then pull her larynx out. Seriously.
I hope she doesn't procreate. Somebody rip her uterus out.
Oh my God. For real. For real. Oh my God. She pisses me off.
That's wrong of me to say. I shouldn't have said that, but
no, it's okay.
I at least admit when I'm wrong. Unlike her.
Said, it's okay. And then they asked, him, like, do you feel basically the same thing? You feel like you've done anything wrong? And he's like, well, it was an oversight on my behalf, crossing a line. An oversight? Your choice of words is oversight?
Hey, I guess they are really a good match because the two of them are a couple of fuck nuts and a half. And
they really are. I want to come back to them in a minute because I have more to say on them, but I don't want to talk about all of it right in the beginning because they're the most entertaining out of the whole thing. All right, April and George. I'm over them. I liked them in the beginning. I thought they were great. They looked good together. I thought he could bring out a side of her that, had kind of been laying dormant.
I'm over the drama with them.
Me too.
But this much I will say, and I will say on their behalf, at this point in time, everybody needs to quit with the fake shit. I really agree. And they just need to, people just need to leave them alone and let them do what they're supposed to do for the two of them. Yep. And let the experts do what they need to do with them.
Right. Exactly.
That much I will say on their behalf. Other than that, the fucking wishy-washy as the wind changes direction bullshit that goes on with the two of them. It's not even like it's an entertaining
No, that's just
one.
it.
It's like, okay, you're giving me a headache.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is not like bantering or anything that you can go, oh damn, he did
Right.
oh, she didn't know. It's like, okay, so let's just continue to fucking sit here and whine about past relationships and trust issues.
Well, and that's it. I mean, I'm with you. I'm glad that they did listen to the experts, that they did have, good time on the couch or whatever, and are taking the whole tune everybody else out to heart. That needs to happen. Yeah. However,
and the part that's making me crazy.
Yes, they really should. They really, really should. The part that's making me crazy though is the whole thing with the trust issues. Like, I don't know that he's ever going to be able to get over this. And then when they go see his mother, and his mother is just drilling it in even more. She is like enabling him, rather than being the mom that I think he needs, or somebody needs to be telling him at some point, you're just going to have to take the risk. You're going to have to take the risk. If you want to make a relationship work with her, you're going to have to take the risk. If you get heartbroken, you get heartbroken. You're not going to die from it.
Oh, yeah.
Just take the fucking risk. Because I don't know. I don't think he can. I mean, we're not seeing any signs of him letting up on this.
No.
And her
letting it go.
And her one little kiss in the hot tub right in the beginning, it's another one of these things. Something happens right at the gate that fucks up everything moving forward. And it's like, just let it go. Like, if you like her, she likes you, you see a future together, look forward. Quit worrying about shit that happened in the past.
Yeah, because I do see where she's like legit, like really falling for him and putting her emotions in, like, because she is so damn weepy. And emotional over everything.
Exactly.
It's like, okay, this is not somebody who's just wanting to go off and fucking tittle somebody else,
No, not at all. And like when they went to his house and she was, talking about putting a woman's touch on it, like she's seeing herself there. She's trying to put herself.
Did you like her little fanny pack?
I did. I loved it on the belt.
So
it was so cute.
So
that whole outfit, she always dresses cute though.
So cute.
She's got good fashion. Like, she's got a great little figure. She's got one of those figures she put anything on, and she looks fabulous in it,
Yeah.
And I don't, not even like jealous of it. I'm just like, oh, I just love it. You make clothes look good. I like looking at you. I like looking at clothes on you.
I like your outfit. I wish it looked like that on me.
On me, right? Exactly.
But it's not, so I'm just going to admire it from here.
Yep. I'm just going to live vicariously through you and wear that little fanny pack in my brain. I'll pretend that I'm the one wearing it, because it would not look like that on me. It would not look like that.
Not on me either. That's all right. That is all right.
My goodness. So what did you think about the conversation, speaking of George, between George and Adrienne later on?
Sorry, the which part? Like them going back and forth, or
well, they had a little private conversation, and Adrienne was telling him, you've been untrusting of your own wife. So, you're getting upset with us for not trusting her, but you yourself don't trust her. So how do you expect us to, basically? And then the thing that he said, though, that really hit me was, he said, when you're unhappy, I see my friend George, but when you are over the moon, you seem fake.
Okay. Yeah. I remember the conversation now. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's been a minute since I watched the episode. Yeah. So it's like, and I just crammed 2 episodes of our new show in. And so it's like brain
refresh
dead.
my memory. I have to, that's why I took notes, because I
I get what he's saying.
I do too.
I get what he's saying completely. Because I mean, it's like a complete flip. And so I see where people would think that there's some fakeness going on from the both of them, for that matter.
Right. I agree.
It's another one of those plastic situations, like I like to call them.
Yes, that's it. It really is. It's it.
Partially because I think out the gate, everybody perceived them as the Ken and Barbie.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we have the new couple now that looks like they're
literal Ken and Barbie.
literal British Ken, and Barbie. But for the two of them, I mean, they look like they like walked off of a rock well.
Mm-hmm.
Just or whatever. Truly. You want to just whatever.
Yeah.
And so I think that they act that way too. Like it's just too sculpted, too like I don't know.
Yeah. No, I know what you're saying though.
I'd like to see them messy.
Yes. Exactly. I think that's it. It's like, and what they're putting forth is exactly like you said, like it is too sculpted. It's too perfect.
Yeah.
We need to see realness.
Like to see, some messy fun, some messy emotion, some messy, just messy. I'd like to use the word messy. I would like to see something untidied.
Well, and
you know what? I mean, some untidiness in that relationship.
Hell, you can get literal with it. Even when you see their apartment, everything is like perfectly tidy.
I know not one thing out of place. Mm-mm. Like even the blanket laying on their laps are like perfectly laid.
Uh-huh. Like, okay. She's doing her makeup and all the makeup is still like well put away, as she's going through it. Weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't think people, and I mean, and that would come across very fake. Nobody actually lives like that, do they? Like, are people that like deliberate in everything that they do and don't just throw something to the side and go through life? Like, I don't know. It is weird.
Unless the two of them are like two OCD people, and that's one of the qualities that they just have not poked out on the show or put out there to the rest of us. That these we paired them because they're both clean freaks. They're both
Yeah, it's not one of the things we're focusing on.
Yeah, it may be one of those little details that they left out for the rest of us. But I don't know.
I can go for that. I can see that being true. I can definitely see that being true. All right. So Jenna and Zoe, they go to Jenna's hometown. And this is another situation where I'm going, why are we having these talks now?
Yep.
Why? Yep. Why do we keep having this happen? I don't understand it. Okay. Sidebar. I am proud of Jenna for going ahead and putting some food for her.
Yes, for her. Some stuff that would not be her normal. Mm-hmm. She was accommodating, and that was really nice to see her do. I mean, I'm sure that probably took a lot for her. Mm-hmm. So that was a big, kudos, a big effort that she put forth to do something for her partner in life. And so I agree. I really like that.
Me too.
I will say this one. I need to ask a question. So I'm not quite sure if I'm completely understanding this. So did I hear her correct when she says that she doesn't necessarily have to be there for her shop?
That was kind of what I heard.
So why is it that it's being pushed that she won't go, that she wants to be there when it is more feasible for her to be able to continue to have her job and her income and be able to come check in or whatever. Mm-hmm. Whereas Zoe is in a position where it's like her job is her job. There is no like, is a job. It's she's not a business owner. Yep. So therefore she can't like hire somebody to run something for her and go. I mean, it would be nice if they did, because then they could make the agreement of like, okay, we'll live here for 3 months and then we'll go there for 3 months, like snowbirds.
Exactly.
We'll spend half the year here and half the year there.
Right.
Whatever. But that's not the case. So it's like I do think in a circumstance like this, when you're in a relationship where one of you could be able to be more flexible, then you should flex for that other person.
Yep.
And so, I noticed that, Mom was asking lots of questions and pointing a lot of this stuff out. And it's like, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you asked because I was thinking the same thing. Like, is that what did I hear that right? Like, am I under? So we got the same thing out of it, for sure. Because at first I was thinking business owner versus job, business owner trumps.
Yeah.
In some instances, but not this one. if she has put it
not
out
when
there
when she put out the words, and I guess I don't necessarily have to live here.
Right. And that changes
for
everything.
my business. That changed everything right there.
Yep, I agree.
If she had said, well, I actually have quite a bit of money invested into my business, and I have to be here to
I'm
see
the one
it,
that has to do it. Yeah.
it every day to make sure that this and that. And when I am an employee not here, I've got to be able to fill in because this is literally my whole investment.
Yep.
Not to diminish Zoe's work.
No,
because
not
she
at all.
invests her time
not at all
into work, but
it's
you can find another job like that. You can't just up and find another business that's going to succeed. You can't just like go, oh, I'll just close this one down and reopen it here because you know what, here the market may not be as well.
Exactly. But that's not the case with this. She does have the ability to move. She does have the ability to move. So, okay. And it is. It's very frustrating that we see this over and over and over again in these shows where the logistics of it and geography of it becomes a problem. Are they not asking when they're screening these people? Like, are you ready to relocate?
I don't think they are. I really don't. I'm starting to question the way that but we don't really see much of their process.
That's true. We don't. We really, really don't. Oh, it frustrates the fuck out of me.
We've got blah, 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 and blah, 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 and they like this, and they like daisies and puppies, and let's lock it in.
Yeah. Lock it in. Sorry, I just had this whole visual in my head of like a safe being. Anyway.
Okay.
All right. Jordan and Shanita, I really enjoyed their little home visit. I thought it was so cute. Like
how
usual.
Am I supposed to get on this bed? Well, you roll.
You do a roly poly. You roll. And she's like, I can't wait to try this bed out. She is so open about their sexcapades.
I know, especially because there's all those mirrors along the wall.
Oh, yeah.
Because I have a few questions. His place is awfully nice and well put together for a male.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't expect it to be so bougie.
True. That's true. Yeah, I didn't really even think about it.
Just saying. Somebody had a hand in that.
Yeah. Or maybe his mom came over.
Or she's a beard.
Yeah. Ooh, I hope not. Oh, I hope not.
Just saying.
I'd be so sad. I'd be so sad for her. Well, I mean, they have a very happy sex life, it seems like. He's keeping her satisfied. So he's not hating it. He may go both ways, but he ain't hating it. He is not hating it.
Can you hear that?
Well, okay. What is it?
Good.
Okay.
Oh, no. The fucking train. Sounds like I got 12 coming by the house.
No, I don't hear it. Thank goodness.
I've never heard it freaking blow so much. Well, we did have somebody at 3 a.m. get hit by the train over here.
You did?
So,
oh, no.
Literally down there right down the street. Like, yeah. A woman at 3 a.m, a hobo.
Did she die?
I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. I know that she was taken to the hospital in critical condition, but I don't know if she made it.
Oh my God.
Anyway.
Oh, that's so sad. No, it's okay.
Sorry.
Well, that's probably why they're blowing so hard, because you got to make sure that there's nobody else there.
Yeah.
We don't want a second person getting hit in 24 hours or whatever. Oh man. Oh, that's so sad. Okay.
Yeah.
Jordan's mom was cracking me the fuck up. She had all the pictures out. She's telling the story about his wiener, the gum.
And the yanking on it.
Oh my God.
He looked mortified. And I'm like, oh my God. And Shanita was just like, looked like she was eating it up. Like, oh my, I would have been loving every minute of that conversation.
Yeah. And I would have felt
this
like
is the best.
accepted, you know, like if your mother-in-law is telling you that deep, dark, funny shit, she is welcoming you in. You know, she is saying, welcome to the family. Let me pull all the skeletons out of the closet and put them right on out here for you to see so you know what has happened. I loved it. Oh, I absolutely loved it. But then, you know, we go on to the dinner, you know, onto the dinner party, and he pulls this whole I've got to have, you know, love thing on her. He says that he didn't want to leave, and she says to him how, you know, or to us, how you know, that makes her happy because she feels like he can see her there. You know, he didn't want to leave with her, you know, like he felt secure. And then he turns right around and says, I have to have love. Yeah, I can't do this. And we're not there yet. I would have been crushed.
I know, that was like a complete shocker. I was like, really like, okay, where did this come from? You're like a bipolar woman right now.
Yep. I think it's another one of these men getting cold feet. They see, you know, the future and it scares them. Like, you know, falling too fast.
Or he may be one of he may be one of those self-destructive people. It's like, this is too good to be true. So now I have to blow it up because good things don't happen to me.
Yeah, we see a lot of that. We see a lot of that on these shows. But at least she was happy by the end of the episode. You know, they talked about it. She pulled him aside. They talked about it. And she was content with his answer. So back on track for those two. All right, Adrian and Thomas.
Oh my God.
Shocked. Go ahead.
Which part? No.
I was going to say, I'm shocked at the way the meeting with his friend went down.
I know. At first, I thought she was going to still be a raging bitch.
Me
but
too.
Then she turned around and was like, oh, I see that I was wrong.
Yeah.
And that they're really a good match.
Yeah. But I think that it's probably Adrian that has brought that. And Thomas is like, well, yeah, but I had a hand in it too. You know, like wasn't all Adrian. Adrian didn't do all the magic. I had to do some work too.
I gotta give him a little credit. I am like pleasantly surprised at how well things have worked out. And, you know, for Thomas and all of his explosions that he always has, and he's always so drama filled, I really do think that Adrian has somewhat reined him in. Like, he hasn't fully brought him, you know, in, but he has gotten him to tone down some of the shit.
Yeah.
Quite well.
Very well. And when they did the letters and they said, you know, that Adrian's his missing piece. And I really think that that's true.
Sweet.
It was so sweet. The whole letter was so sweet. I wonder who wrote it. Do you have, who do you think?
I don't know. Cause did they, okay. I know they showed where people were sitting there telling who they were going to have to write for. You know, and I can't remember if we heard who.
I don't think we did, but if I had to guess, I would guess Sophie and Jonathan.
Yeah.
That would be my guess. I don't know if that's right, but that would be my guess.
Well, you know, you notice that Shaquita, Sharita, so whatever. I'm so bad with names. You notice that they're the ones that wrote April. In George's. I'm trying to remember who was it that wrote freaking oh my goodness. What's his nuts and his We Don't Need You Anymore.
Oh, Kwame and Keisha. It was Joey and Zena. Zoe and Jenna.
And none of us are getting names right tonight.
I was actually cracking up when they went back to their little interview, their little confessional. Jenna was fucked up. She is so drunk. Like, Zoe's talking and she's over there swaying and looking at Zoe. Fucking hilarious.
That was hilarious.
So
I was like, somebody's really put away the drinks tonight.
I was laughing so hard. Oh my goodness. It. Yeah, me too. You know, I think Adrian and Thomas are really gonna end up doing well. You know, they want to live in the same place. Ultimately, they complement one another. Like, these two have come so far, and I'm here for all of it. I'm here for all of it. I love him. I love the fact he showed up in those fucking boots and his makeup. Like,
I know.
I love all of it.
I was like, ooh, he came in slaying it. He was just laying it. I was like, ooh, work that runway, because that's totally what I was like.
Girl.
It made me start wanting to sing. Who is it that sings? Is it Drop Dead Fred or whoever? I'm too sexy for my shirt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I should have played it. Yeah, they should have.
They should have. That would have been so good. Oh, that would have been so good. All right. Well, speaking of Kwame and Keisha, what is this shit with him?
I fucking don't know. This whole, privacy. I've got to have my privacy. It's like, fucking, then why are you on a fucking goddamn reality show?
Yeah. And this is the same man that last week was like, we're done. We don't need it. We don't need you anymore. We're fine. We're done. We're good. Yeah. But yet you don't want to take her to your house. And the fact that he used the word secretive versus I'm just private, that was concerning to me.
Yeah. Like, there's like red flags were being thrown all over the damn playing field. It was like I was watching a U.S. football game.
It's true.
Like I saw the fucking referees throwing red flags out all over the place.
Oh my gosh. I mean, it really is starting to make me wonder, like, do you have a family? I mean, we know you got kids. Like, are you still married? Do you have a wife and children at home?
Well, they could be like, so they're divorced, but it could be they still live there. Because remember, they get along.
Yeah. Oh, maybe that's it. I was thinking like a whole nother man, like he's moved on and got a whole nother relationship, but that could be it.
No,
they could still live there.
I think he's got the ex still living there with the kids.
Oh my God. That would be crazy. Holy shit.
How's that gonna fucking work?
Right. I mean, there's something. There's a reason. Like, I'm private is not. No, you've got something you're actually hiding. You use the word secretive. You didn't just use the word private. You use the word secretive. That's sneaky. That's bad. It's a whole nother fucking level. And yeah. I did like though that, Zoe and Jenna pointed out, like, you guys are not on the same page. You're trying to act like you are, but you're not. I mean, we're all seeing the discrepancies, in your relationship. We're seeing the discrepancies on the couch. Why? Why are you guys being so like? That's the whole part of the process, is to not be quite so fucking private. No, it's just bizarre. The whole thing is
there's some crooked ass shit going on there that we just don't know about yet. It'll all come to light.
It will. And we're seeing the nasty side of him again too, like when they went to meet with his friends and she was saying, you've not told me how you feel about me. Like, I have no idea how you feel about me. And he started with his same like overbearing attitude.
It's like a whole nother bipolar situation.
Yep, it is. It's scary. It's a little bit scary. Like, when he gets like that, it scares me a little bit. I mean, I know that she can hold her own, but just the attitude itself is concerning to me. Like, I can see them being very explosive and it turning really bad really quickly, because she is strong, and eventually she would get, I can see her getting to the point where she's going to fucking fight back and it could get ugly. Like, physically ugly.
I could see her clocking his ass.
Yeah. Yep. Me too. So I'm saying, like, I can see it getting physical.
Pow, pow, biff, biff, boom. Like seeing her fucking do an uppercut in a damn coming in with a nice right hook.
Yep. Me too. All right. That's all I want to say about them. Sophie and Jonathan, I was very, very curious how this was going to go with his mom. I knew that she was looking, Sophie was hoping that his mom, would see things for what they really are in her son. And I was glad to see that she did. I was really glad to see that she did.
Yeah, I'm glad that his mom kind of called him out on some of the shit. So it was nice. It was nice. And I'm sure that probably made her feel like a bit validated
Exactly.
and stuff, and that, and maybe he would pay better attention.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And hopefully, it's maybe what helped give her the strength to continue to, stand up for him or not for him, but to him, and let her know how she feels and how, he's diminishing her, her feelings and stuff. When they were at the dinner party, I was a little bit frustrated though when Matt steps in to defend him. I'm like, Matt, just shut the fuck up and go away. Him and Whitney both.
Yeah, they just need to shut the fuck up and stay out of everybody's shit.
They really do. They don't deserve to be there.
No, and like him getting up and doing his little speech, I'm just like, shut the fuck up. Sit down and shut the fuck up.
Yep. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to hear you talk.
I don't want to hear your shit. I don't want to hear your fucking mouth. You're a fucking dick. It's like, I just look at him and I just want to hit him.
Yep. Just want to smack him in the fucking face.
I'm like, you're a fucking douche canoe.
And then when he and Whitney are standing outside and she's talking in her long out, drawn out fucking voice. And he's like, are they just jealous because we're like the only real couple here?
I know. I was like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck was that?
Yeah. Y'all are way too much.
Yeah. Just shut up and go away.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, they're perfect for each other. They're equally as fucking egotistical, and it's just awful. It's absolutely awful. They're awful people. I don't like it. I want them to go away. It's not fair. It's not fair to the process. It's not fair to the process. Like, they could have said, yeah, well, if you guys still need our support and guidance, we will do that, but not on the show. You know, we'll do it outside the show. You're off the show. You didn't do it right. You fucked it up. You were awful to Gemma. You were awful to the process. In fact, you all slept together while married. Like, we can't condone that. We cannot condone that on television. Yeah. Maybe privately, but not on television.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's it for me for UK. Do you have anything else?
No, there's nothing else I want to say about UK because the only thing left to talk about is more about them, and they're fucking annoying. So I don't want to fucking give them any more goddamn airtime.
I really don't. Like, I have a lot to say about them, but I feel the same way. Like, I just don't
want to give them airtime.
Nope. Okay, so what about our new show? Our new little show.
I'm enjoying it, and I cannot wait to see. But I will tell you this much: I'm an evil person watching it because I am picking people apart like a motherfucker. I am balls to the wall, like slice and dice, and I'm like, oh, stop. I just kept telling myself, stop, as things are going through my head, and I'm jotting down notes, and I'm looking at my notes, and I'm like, did you write what went through your head? You're not supposed to put it out. You're not supposed to say it, and you're not supposed to put evidence out in the world. And I just put evidence out in the world.
I love it. Well, I mean, I can't say too much about Natalie, however you say her name. I don't have too much negative to say about her yet, or have like any weird feelings yet. But oh my gosh, the other three.
Susan.
Oh, Susan. Oh, girl.
My paper was catty as fuck. My notes are catty as fuck. So, that lady right there, first off, let's try not to fucking lie. You know how I feel about lying. We just had an episode about it. So why the fuck? Really? 50? I can't tell that you're, bitch, you look like you're 62.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. She definitely looks 50.
She looks way over 50. I think she looks more like 62 years old.
Yeah. She definitely
rode hard and put up wet. Sorry.
She's not on the right side of the liars. If you're going to say you look good for your age, then you tell people you're 62 when you're actually 50. And then they go, oh, you look really good for 62. You don't tell them I'm 45 when you look 62, because then you just look like shit.
Yeah, because
I've
she's
never understood
actually
that.
50. She's 52 years old. So I
Yeah.
like how the one guy goes, "Oh, you look good for 50," and then later they show her name with her actual
With her
age, and I'm
age.
like, they just called your ass out, bitch, right
Oh, I
there.
loved it. I
Oh my
loved it.
gosh, Netflix Jewish matchmaking.
Oh, yay.
It's a
That'll be fun.
reality one. It's a new series. Sorry, my screensaver's on my
That's
TV
okay.
on Netflix, and that just popped up. So hey,
Hey, woohoo, woohoo.
another show.
Yay. We'll
So
take it.
but anyway, I am like, ooh, you know what, honey? The reason why you haven't had a relationship for 20 plus years, which blows my mind.
I know.
Blows my fucking mind. I'm like,
I know.
I'm calling some bullshit on something here. Her and her, I've not been in a relationship, or I've had no relationship since I got divorced at 26. And I'm just like, blink, 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 blink. And I'm like, okay, listen here.
Half your
For
life.
one thing, I think she is looking in the wrong department. I really think she needs to be looking for a woman, not a man.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's just really the vibes she gives off for me.
Yep.
And I'm not dogging that, but I mean, I think she's looking on the wrong side of the fence. She needs to be back on her side, looking amongst her own. So that's one thing. And the other thing is she's fucking annoying.
Yeah, she is. Well, I kind of had a little bit of hope as far as who she chose as a matchmaker, because he said that he kind of comes from an angle of doing self-work first, which I always think is good when you're going into these situations. And that, she's got high standards, but he understands, her high standards because of her age. She knows what she wants, what she doesn't want. She's had a lot of life experience and things like that. And then he said something else he had said that I liked a whole lot. Oh, he said that she has high walls, but she's not high maintenance. Well, I disagree. I do believe she's high maintenance. I think she's extremely
very high maintenance. Only thing that I can say on this woman's behalf, and that I agree with anything to do with her or a situation, is during the date, that man did keep cutting her off and not letting her say one goddamn word. So I get her there.
Yeah. Well, in the very beginning, I actually felt like it was her. Like the first couple of sentences that came out that we saw, it seemed like she cut him off. But then I realized very quickly that was probably just the edit, because she had to, because of the way he kept cutting her off. Every time she would start to speak, he would jump in. And I don't know if it was, initially I thought maybe he's just nervous, and he's not really listening because he's so nervous. He's not realizing that she's speaking. Yeah. Is he hard of hearing? Maybe he's hard of hearing. I don't know. But the whole date fucking kind of had me in stitches, to be real honest. I was laughing through the whole fucking thing. He comes in, he's handsome, he's a good looking guy. I liked his outfit, got the casual blazer on. Thought he was great, super handsome. But when she goes to the bathroom and they were asking her, like, how's it going? And what she had to say versus what he had to say, I was cracking the fuck up. Oh, she's like, it's terrible.
Oh, yeah.
He's a dick. And he's like, I think it's going very well. Yeah. I just letting her talk.
I have never seen a more delusional two people, period.
Nope. She's all, he's dry, he's opinionated. He's like, I'm just listening to her talk.
I'm like, neither one of you are you both at the same date? What I want to know. Were you both there? Because I don't think you were.
It's so funny. Oh,
not
my
the
God.
one that the rest of us were watching.
No. Now, she got so annoyed with his steak, though, and you're at a restaurant. So that part I was like, okay, I think you're just nitpicking. Like, you came to a restaurant. Surely,
Yeah.
You kind of expected that there would be food served.
Yeah. It's like, what date again, I don't think they were at the same date.
Exactly. But she did crack me up when she's like, I got steak stuck. So stuck in the day, got steak stuck. I thought that was fucking funny. And then he comes in like trying to give her his whole life fucking story. Just so when I was 12, it reminded me of Chunk
this
on
one
Goonies.
Time in camp. Oh yes. Yes.
That's what I thought of when he started into the story. I was like, oh my gosh, this is like Chunk when he's with the whatever the family's name. What is his family's name? The Tortellis? No. Oh my god, I can't believe I can't remember.
Now I can't just because you fucking said something.
Oh, it's gonna drive me crazy. Oh, I happen to have to Google it, guys. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go crazy.
Just gotta Google it right this second. I see you typing. That's okay. Well, while we're talking, I'm quickly getting on my Netflix and saving. So it's like you're over here. I gotta Google it, and I'm over here saving the Jewish matchmaker.
Oh my gosh! I know. You know what? And everybody listening is going to be like, "They're this family." How do you not remember?
Yeah,
I don't remember, people. I'm sorry. I have to look it up.
She got sometimes.
I do. I do have sometimesers.
That's what I call it.
Italian family from Goonies. I am world's worst Googler, by the way. The Fratellis. The Fratellis. That's what I was thinking of. I was thinking of Chunk when he was with the Fratellis, and they were like, tell us the story. And when I was 3, I stole some bubble gum. That's what I felt like from this story from him.
That's hilarious.
That guy. Oh my gosh. Well, I hope her next date is better. And I wonder, it made me wonder, the matchmaker, what did he know of this guy? Like, is this the first time he set him up with someone? Like, is this the first date?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause like,
maybe it might be, he may be new to the roster.
Yes.
Exactly. Or in the pool, the dating pool.
Yeah. He would almost have to be, because surely he's gotten this feedback before. Surely this is not, something that he knew and then set her up with this guy. Like, surely. Surely.
I don't know.
I like that she brought her dog.
I knew you would. The moment I saw, like, yep, that'd be Sarah.
That would be Sarah. She'd bring her dog. Speaking of dog, mine hasn't had a groom in a very long time because I'm afraid to take him now that he's blind in one eye. I don't want to freak him out. So I started chopping on his hair today.
Oh, Jesus. I've seen it when you've done that before.
Yep. It's so sad.
You try, though. We'll give you an A for effort.
Well, I don't want him to be hot, but I don't know. I might see if I can find a mobile groomer to come to my house where I can keep an eye on him. And that way, if he, it's too much or whatever, I can just say, just bring him back, just bring him in. Don't feel like you have to finish.
There are mobile groomers. Yeah, a lot of them were like born during the pandemic or whatever, or if we're allowed to say that word.
Yeah, we are. I found several online. They can be very costly though, like a couple $100, which I don't know if I want to spend a couple $100 on. I don't know. We'll see. Well, he definitely needs a nail trim. If I could at least get his nails trimmed, I don't care if his hair looks bad, but his little nails need to be cut. Poor baby. He can't get around on the hardwood floors. Anyway.
Sounds like he's tap dancing.
He does. It tap dances on my last nerve sometimes. God love him. My little old man.
That's funny.
My little old man. All right. So what about Stanika? What are your thoughts on Stanika?
Okay, first off, I was like, can't pronounce her name. I was like, are you like Stinka? Or I couldn't I was like having a really hard time doing the name. I think it's extremely odd that she has never dated anyone in her whole fucking life.
Never, ever, ever.
And I don't want to hear the whole thing because I know she said that she had weight loss surgery and no, I know enough big girls that have dated enough men. Mm-hmm. So don't use that cop out. I don't know if she's fully honest about it. I kind of call a little bullshit on that one.
It really makes me wonder.
But if I am incorrect and she is not fibbing about this, it's like, wow. And I mean, she seemed to be coming right out the gate pretty fucking picky. Another one of these picky motherfuckers.
Why are you so picky? Beggars can't be choosers. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and some hella pickiness going on.
Yeah. Well, and she said something about, so Nina, the matchmaker, had asked her, what did she ask her? Sorry.
I was like, what did she ask?
What did she ask her? She was asking, why do you not date? Why have you not been on dates? And she responds, well, I don't like dating. How do you know if you've never done it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I call bullshit.
Exactly. You can't not like something if you've never done it. You can say, I'm afraid of it. I don't like the idea of it. Those things scare me, whatever. But to say, I don't like it when you've allegedly never done it, bullshit. Bullshit, 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 bullshit,
bullshit. It wouldn't be a fucking episode if you didn't do bullshit.
Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. And what do you think about Nina not letting her clients see one another prior to the date?
I would be like, I don't trust you. If you aren't going to let me see what my options are, who the fuck are you? Are you trying to hook me up with Quasimodo?
Right.
Be like, he really has a great personality.
I mean, I see your point to a degree.
Don't judge a book upon its cover, but
right. But yeah, I see your point to a degree. But yeah, I would be very curious about that. Especially,
I'm wondering if the other matchmaker does the same damn shit in reverse, because our good old what's his name that started the whole episode off, Harold. Yeah, if anybody saw Harold, I don't know, they'd be like, no, I'm not taking on that one.
You got a good point. You got a very good point.
So maybe another one of those Heidi ones.
Well, a couple of things that I took note of about Stanika, about her journey. Okay, first off, the guy that shows up to pick her up seemed sketch as hell to me.
He doesn't look like the one that she's seen getting bitchy with.
Right.
The muscle man that gets up. I'm like,
yeah, it was sketchy as fucking hell. And then they get to wherever they're going. They get out of the car and they go down this dark alley. You're in a foreign fucking country. You're awfully trusting.
I wouldn't do it.
Not even with the camera crew. Not even with the camera crew.
They can fucking kill the camera crew and abduct your ass.
Yep. You are sold into sex slavery. Just like that. You're way too trusting, girl. Yeah, that was freaking me out. I'm like, get out of the alley. Get out of the alley.
I was having like panic mode.
Seriously.
Watching it.
It was freaking me the fuck out.
I was like, fight or flight.
Exactly. Oh my God, exactly. So the guy that she sets her up with, though, he's a nice looking guy.
Yeah.
My personal red flags, though, were she said he's studied American culture and he wants to move to America.
He's just looking for a green card.
That's what I thought. So looking for a green card much?
Yep.
All right. And then she wants Nina to go on the date with her, which I don't blame her, honestly. Yeah. I probably would have asked her to tag along too. Maybe like, you don't have to stay right up my ass the whole time, but will you at least like stay nearby? Because I am in a foreign country.
The vicinity. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But then Nina was like, I'll go on the date with her. Whatever Stanika needs, I'll do. And I thought, how much is she paying you? She's got to be paying you a shit ton. If you're like, whatever you want, girl, I'll be there.
I'll be there.
How much is she paying you?
I'll do what you need.
Mm-hmm. Yep. This is going to be interesting to see how that works out. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to that date. Yeah. See how it goes. See if this guy really is just looking for a green card or if he's, good. It could go so many ways and I can't wait. All right, Harold.
Oh. I can't speak my mind on that one because I'm going to go to hell if I do.
Okay. So can I just ask, I think I can ask this safely. Does Katerina know that he's autistic?
Well, he's not autistic. He has autism.
Right. He's
so
on the
they
spectrum.
shouldn't see, but I mean, it's like you shouldn't. Sorry, it's a pet peeve of mine. I like to put it out there for everybody because I think when it comes to disabilities, people shouldn't be like defined by them. So he has autism, and I don't know if she knows that. But here's the thing. I jot down a note before it was ever announced that he had that. I was like, creepy smile. I wrote down creepy smile.
Well, and that's why I think that it's important that she knows so that she understands his personality traits and is able to match him with people that understand his personality traits. Because if you go into it just thinking that he doesn't have any kind of diagnosis like this, and this is just his personality, it's going to come across as weird and creepy. But if you know, then you're like, okay, these are just, everyday challenges that we have to deal with. You're not a creeper. You just see things. You see the world from a different, lens, which makes a difference.
Yeah, it does.
At least to me it does. But I don't know that she does. I don't know that she knows. And it's kind of funny watching her navigate through it. I think trying to figure him out. She finds him endearing. She definitely finds him endearing. She sees his good points. But I don't know that she's fully aware of who he is.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I think I would probably turn him down as a client. Because as sweet as he can be, he also has some, I don't know. I think he would be a very difficult person to match with someone just for the sheer awkwardness of him. So
and that's what I'm saying.
It's one of those things that she doesn't know, potentially doesn't know, but I would again probably be like, well, I don't know if I can find somebody who would mesh well with you.
Right. Have you ever seen the show on Netflix, Love on the Spectrum?
No, I haven't.
Okay. There's a dating show, a documentary type dating show called Love on the Spectrum. There's 2 seasons of it. And it is autistic people looking, for love in other autistic people because they're the ones that understand each other the most. They understand the challenges and trials and tribulations that each one goes through. It's a really cute show. I love all of the cast members on it. You should watch it. You'll like it. They've got some really adorable people, really, really adorable people. And it is interesting to see. It is such a broad spectrum. And it's interesting to see like where they are and which ones are able to align and which ones just aren't because they don't fall within the same parameters. Anyway, it's very, very interesting.
Yeah, because I mean, by all means, I think that people who have autism have every right and should be loved just as anybody else. But you really have got to have a like-minded situation,
right? I mean, and that's really it. I mean, it's no different than any other relationship. You try and put people together that are a good match, and it's either got to be somebody that understands, like I said, the challenges they have, or is also going through the same, the same things. He did crack me up though when she's like, "How tall are you?" He says, "I'm 5'8". And she's like, "You look more like you're 5'6". And he says, "Well, I am getting older. Maybe I shrunk."
I know, that was so funny.
Cute. It was so cute. It was so
I will
cute.
tell you this much: what is not cute is those damn suspenders. They are driving me nuts.
Honestly,
especially the yardstick ones he got on.
Yes.
Like, oh my God, it very much makes you seem like a toddler.
Yep. It very much plays into his whole boyish look, that he's got, because he does look very young. I mean, he is young. But
what did she say? What did she say about him? He's older, but he's like a little boy looking for his mommy.
Yes. Yep. That's exactly what she said. Actually, hang on. I wrote it down. Because I wanted to remember verbatim what it was she said. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, I can't find it. But I did write it down. Oh, it's going to make me cry. I know. Oh, I don't know where it is. Anyway, I'll find it.
You'll find it somewhere. Next week you can
blurt it out. Blurt it out there, whatever it was. Oh,
she said about Harold.
Yeah, she did. And it was specifically about his mommy. Oh, here it is. Still a little boy looking for his mommy. That's what she said verbatim.
Yeah.
He's still a little boy looking for his mommy. She asked him about the suspenders, the braces, as she called them. As his matchmaker, I think she should help him. Let's lose these. She does.
It shows on there that she does a makeover.
Okay, good. Because I missed that. And that needs to happen. Bless his little heart.
Yeah, she's gonna do a makeover on him, and it shows on the thing is like, oh my God, are you Harold? What happened to Harold?
Oh, good, yay!
Did we get to see him yet? Excited. They didn't show it, so okay. we'll get to.
So we'll get to see it.
Yeah,
awesome.
So this next week.
All right. So what about the last girl, Nathalie, the 25-year-old from Menifee, California?
I feel bad for her because her mom is just totally not listening to her and is like, I'm going to still find you a husband.
It is so typical. So what are you going to do? Mother.
So what are you going to do when your child comes back?
Yeah.
And they're married to somebody else. So you're going to step in and go, this is null and void and we do not accept it. And you're going to, I just don't.
That's what I worry about, the not accepting it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't have a whole lot to say about her except for that, the mom, the whole thing with the mom. Although there was one comment in here that I was like, that didn't sound right. And then she continued to talk and I'm like, okay, not only did it not sound right, but I think you may have meant it exactly in the wrong way that it sounded. Did you catch the whole thing when she was talking about being in college and dating Colombian men and her making the statement that maybe they're what she needs to break her open? Did you catch that?
I did not.
Okay. So this is what
now
she
I
says.
have to go back and watch it.
You've got to go back and watch
that
it
part.
Because so she's talking about, she's never dated a Sri Lankan man, that they've just never, just hadn't worked out. Her mom's tried to set her up with him. She's never found one that she liked. However, when she was in college, there was a lot of Colombians there and she was very attracted to the Colombians. She was saying, they're good looking and whatever. And maybe this is just the guy she needs to break her open. And I'm like, oh my God, that sounded
her cherry popped.
That sounded very, very sexual. But then she goes on and she is literally sounding like she just needs a big old dick to literally just bend her over and break her up. I was like, oh my God, they have put this as nicely as they can on television, but you got to go back and watch it, Amelia. You're going to be like, oh my God, I think I'm watching a porno. I feel like I'm watching the beginning of a porno. This is how pornos start. And she's going to be the star.
That's hilarious.
Freaking hilarious. And I guess since she and Susan hired the same matchmaker, I wonder if we're going to get the same type of results.
I'll be curious to see.
I hope that they don't both end up with, egotistical dicks. Although, going back to Susan, I didn't think the guy that she was with was a dick. She's like, he's a dick. I didn't think he was a dick. I just think he had bad manners, think he didn't know how to listen and had bad manners. Maybe a little arrogant, maybe incapable of some social cues, like you said, maybe not even on the same date, but I wouldn't necessarily call him a dick.
I don't think they're on the same date. I'll stick with that one.
Yep, I agree. Well, I really like this show. I think it's going to give us some entertainment that we've been needing. Something good to continue on with. And
I concur. I concur.
Well, that's it for me for the recaps for this week. I cannot wait for freaking Friday.
Vanderpump.
Oh my gosh. And so I know you don't follow, like, I don't usually do social media, but I do have Twitter. I do have Twitter.
Yeah.
Did you see what broke over the weekend about Raquel allegedly being pregnant, and that's why she has fallen off the face of the earth? That's the newest gossip on the street. Yeah, that's the newest gossip on the street. And all of the contracts have been put on hold for season 11. So like contracts were getting ready to go out, and now all contracts have been put on hold. Nobody really knows why. And allegedly it came out that she is pregnant, and that's why she's been in hiding, and she's been staying with Grandma Buttons in Tucson. I'll send you a couple of TikToks.
Send them to me.
I will. So that's the newest, latest, and greatest. And that's what they're saying could be what they found out at the reunion, that none of the cast knew that was going to change everything. And it just now got leaked, even though, they found out about it months ago. So yeah, it'll be interesting. I cannot wait. I'm so freaking excited. So excited. We might actually have to get together and watch this one. I may have to come. Yeah. I may have to come. Yeah. So we can watch it together in real time.
Come and let's watch it together, and I'll make some good food.
Ooh, I'm always down for your good food. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. I made some Spanish rice because our really good friend who is our ambassador, he came over, and we were coloring mermaids for the cruise, and I made dinner, and so I made some street tacos, and I made my Spanish rice.
Oh my gosh, that's what I made last night. Your Spanish rice and street tacos.
Oh, that's hilarious. Mm-hmm. And so she was like, she sent me a message. She's like, because I sent her home with some. She's like, I reheat it. She's like, I will pay you to make me another batch of your Spanish rice.
It is so good. It is so good. I love it. I absolutely love it. I don't normally make it like you do. But I was craving yours, so I made it like you. My husband had a friend over, which is crazy because he never has friends over.
Did they like it?
Mm-hmm, they did. Yep, they did. So yeah, it was nice. Funny. We made the same thing this weekend.
That's hilarious. I love
it. I love it.
All right. Well, I'd say we wrap it up and say goodbye.
Bye, everyone. We will talk at you tomorrow.
Peace. All right, Sarah, ramble that shit.
All right, here we go. We are now available on Patreon. For less than a cup of coffee a month, you can get bonus episodes, extended episodes, and join in on future fun events. You can follow us on all social media. We are FUKING Reality Queens on Facebook because, well, fuck Facebook. We are available on Twitter at FRQ_Amelia Sarah. We are Fucking Reality Queens on TikTok and Snapchat. You can visit us on our website at www.fuckingrealityqueens.com. You can also send us an email at podcast@fuckingrealityqueens.com. Please leave us a comment or question on our Contact Us page. We absolutely love receiving those. And also leave us a 5-star rating, rate, follow, review, wherever you get your podcasts. And as always, Fucking Reality Queens is a Whaley production.
Wicka, wicka, wah, wah. And that's a wrap.